Hello and welcome to the week ending October the 2nd, 2020. My name is Derek. This is the Money Charts channel where, like always, all bets, trades, and of the like, well, that's within each's own risk and their own reward. This will be a silver charts video, and we just finished the month of September, which was a down month in silver, down 17% after we had monthly gains of 15.5 and 33.8% in the 2 months that preceded that. All right then. So what can we see within such? We got up to this Fibonacci resistance level. Well, we resisted it. We got to this resistance too, and we didn't resist the 2028 mark, but did such piercing extra on the 28.58, and it started to pull back. And well, it does seem as if we should be heading down to this 2028. It's been close, not quite yet, but it most certainly does seem as if that is going to come into play. And a lot of times when you look at these things, you know what, sometimes you could look at something and it might be right, what you might be looking for might be right there. You just don't see it. You just got to look for it. And some things like a fiat currency, for example. How many times in my life did I ever look at it realizing how fraudulent, I like to use the word fraudulent in the sense of, you know what, it is designed out of thin air and based out of the debt-based system, and how did I not see it and all that type of stuff? Well, that's just the way it is. And you know what, sometimes at the poker table, you could be sitting there, you could be faced with a big decision. Is a person lying? Are they bluffing? And then you're forced to make a decision. And then let's take a look at an example and such. Assume you were playing this person here, and you want to know if this person was telling the truth or not. And in reality, the answer is written all over his face. You just have to find it and look for it. And if I were to take this image and rotate it 90 degrees to the left, well, sure enough, it is written all over his face. Normally, of course, you'd be oblivious to, a lot of people are oblivious to situations. I think that's, again, what's going on, I think, with a lot of the stuff going on. And now we're in a spot, I believe it's going to be very big within the people. There's going to be more and more people who are awake to the situation than there has been. And for the first, and like a collision course, if you will, within the masses. And really the big part of the wake-up situation. I would not be surprised if there comes a time where people do rush out of fiat currency into real assets. Now, to me, what would I want to hold, or what do I hold? Of course, I own gold, silver, precious metals, and the cryptocurrencies. Those, to me, are things that I consider liquid cash because it is very easy to turn them and into cash and use them for what you need to. Within gold and silver, within days or that day, it's really, if you need to have to sell it, it should not be hard. Cryptocurrencies right now, it's simple for me, so it should not be that difficult. If you think it's really, really hard, if it's really hard and you really want to know why it's so easy for me, just let me know. But I know it's not a cryptocurrency video. But I even think about things like comic books, baseball cards, hockey cards, anything that you can realize is a major collectible item, especially on the intermediate to high end levels. Things that cost 3-4 plus figures per item. And in such, I think that, okay, well, how liquid are they compared to gold and silver? And we got things like eBay and everything together where if you really didn't need to sell it, you could put an auction on any given day. Well, if I got like something like a Donald Duck 1950s comic book graded, like some excellent grade that it's a 4-figure value or whatever, I'd be like, you know what, yeah, that's like gold or silver or whatever. It's something that you can put in a safe. To me, those are the cool things. Anyway, enough about all that kind of stuff. Let's work towards the market. We come to this play. The statement is that it's going to come down towards this level. I believe that there is a decent chance that it will. Let's take a look at this within some other Fibonacci numbers that I put in from before, as I did so within this exchange, the SI one. And what occurred in here from this high, and this is Fibonacci from the low in here, to this high. So this is 23.6% on the way down. And this 2086 marks really does coincide with the other longer term Fibonacci shown on the previous one as well. But it did find this level of support, but it really failed within a continuation rally. And then the continuation rally, because we were breaking out above in here, come back down, attempting to break out on this little bit in this point. Not really, but successfully had another higher low, another attempt to break out, and another higher lowish, I suppose. And then there we go. This is the leaving of the 18. And supporting amongst this for a little bit, and then breaking down. Here's a statement on this point. Okay, well, when we first have a breakdown, I'm looking, okay, let's see, this can go to 24, and it does. And then we rally. Well, if we fail 24, we're going to 20. Okay, here's the test of 24, and yeah, this is where it's telling us that it's failing. And then now we're seeing the situation where it goes about halfway there, and then it comes back to where we come from. It meets up with the 18. Now, okay, so I look for resistance where it was support. Well, I'm looking, I see it. And it's one of those two things to me. Which one is it going to be? And, well, if it starts to go lower, 23, breaking below 22 change, well, I most certainly think that all we're going to get is like short-term support here, just like it was here. And I'll show you what short-term support looks like within this as well. But on the contrary, because of the action, and not this selling here, nothing against the September 21st selling, really the selling on the 23rd as well as the 24th. To make the situation to come down in here and have this little bit of move, then come back and resist this for a few days. If it was to be able to hold this short-term support, then get above like this 18 and start to, you see it like 26 area, 25 very high change, like 3/4 plus, like 25.75. This is telling me something big is going to happen, because this is that failed breakdown move after establishing the support and all of this. Oh man, that would just be a very, very interesting situation. So as far as this, as we can see on the level of support, like this is what you have it for very short term. There's a situation. It comes down here perfectly into the 18, back, does it again, and even for a better sustained amount of time, but this time, of course, it was done for that level. Now we're just going to new levels. So the statement, as mentioned, to the new level was made at like midnight on the 23rd, and continuing on forward. And then you resist it a little bit, and you congest at it, and a lot of supporting and playing around with this area is all that's been happening. I think we can talk about uptrend from all of these support levels, downtrending from these levels. So it's going to enter the week with an interesting situation where this has got to make a move at one point, and breaking out above here is that failed breakdown of just this little bit in here that we see. And on the else situation, you start to see this, especially when you start to see this having, say, weakness around this lower area in here, not holding well, not sustaining rallies too much, meaning it's not able to get up to, or for that long, say if it comes down to 22 3/4, so it's not able to get up to 23 2/3 or get there or stay there for a long period of time. And then meaning not getting up there and staying there for a long period of time means we go down, we go up, and then quickly later it goes back down to 23.09, and then you see it near the previous, so you know it's a failed move, and it's just going to go lower and lower. At least, so we're going to test this, and of course it'd probably even go lower than that, because again, when I see this on the daily, it's already given me the statement in here that's going to do it. So it either fails or it succeeds in such a statement. Thank you for tuning in, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.